There's a tear in the fabric of space. But why? Friendship is such a beautiful thing. So what is going on, guys? This is Malakai here, and as always, I hope you all have yourselves an awesome day. And in today's video, we're back with this game, You and Me and Her, a love story. Very bad one indeed, I must say. I got a very undesirable ending in the last episode, as you guys know. And, well, you guys probably don't know because I'm actually recording this before I upload this last episode, so I'm gonna be trying still to get the Aoi route because I don't know, that's just what I want to do. And I assume this is where I messed up right here, right? I'm pretty sure this is where I fudged just about every living thing up. So let's go ahead and head back here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip past things we've already seen. And if we see some new stuff, then obviously, you know, yeah. Alright, and we're back to this part. Oh, fun. Let her do it. Oh, let her do it. I tried to move, but I'm frozen in place. What's the matter with me? Do I actually believe in Aoi's God? It's actually ringing. The ringing cuts off, and God picks up. What? There's a tear in the fabric of space. It opens out of nowhere and begins to consume. The shadows peel away. The colors vanish. Sketches pitch and skew. What the? What is going on? The lines fade away. The whole world is starting to glitch. Okay. What the heck is going on? Quit with that nonsense already. Oh my god. What? What is this? Is this an intro? Wait. Are you trying to tell me that in the last episode, I completely fudged the entire game up? Oh my god. Who cares about copyright, am I right? Ha, not me. We're gonna watch this. This is cool. This is so cool. Stuff we haven't seen yet, huh? This is so cool. Wow, that is cool. I can't believe that my decision fudged the entire game up last episode. Wait, some weird is playing on your phone. Hey, Aoi. You dropped your phone again. If you don't want to risk losing it, you need to make sure you hold on to it. Okay, so here we go. This is stuff we've seen then. On our way to the gym, I noticed an unread email in my inbox. I opened up to find... Oh, hey, it's a group photo from before. Remember the one with me, me, and Miyuki? Oh, cool. Aoi claimed she'd emailed it to me forever ago, but for some reason, I only just got it. It's been so long, I totally forgot about it. Yeah, it could be. Oh, right. I guess her phone actually does work on occasion. Not often enough to actually be useful, though. Oh, cool. Right. I cited myself. Apparently her gamer brain isn't going anywhere fast. Oh look, we're back here in the gym. So this is before we all head to the batting cages, right? Yep, here we go. Here at the batting cages now. Which, last time, obviously, this is where it ended right after this. I swear, dude, if it kicks me in here under the night sky, Aoi's gaze is even more unsteady than usual. I have a really bad feeling about this. Is it about that thing from before? Oh god. Aoi cuts in. Miyuki flinches in alarm. Oh god. Is this literally about to go down again? Oh, I'm sorry, I just thought it would be okay since we're all friends. Miyuki looks ready to explode. Desperate, I looked to Ai for help. Oh, she's not paying attention. Oh, so it is different. That sure is a box, yep. Oh, is it a cat? Just suddenly we hear a tiny meow from inside. Just like that, Miyuki's fury evaporates. That sure is a cat, yep. A teeny tiny little black kitten. Oh wait, there's a streak of white on its forehead. Oh, looks like a thunderbolt, yeah. Eru. Miyuki shrinks, her face buried in her hands as Aoi lifts the kitten in her direction. She sneezes hard, and the force of it pulls her face back from her hands. Miyuki's wide-eyed stares transfixed on the kitten. She looks like she might tackle it at any moment. Miyuki sniffs. Huh? But... the hell do you think you're doing? I take my eyes off her for 2 seconds and now she's wearing the cat ears from her onesie. Nice try, cats don't talk, they meow. Aoi frowns down at herself for a moment. I remember this. The same exact thing happened in that game too. Oh, you know what? It did. It did happen. Miyuki's tone is surprisingly icy. Miyuki's countenance contorts viciously. Yeah. Oh. That's not cool. Just like that, Miyuki turns smartly on her heel and stalks away. Her long hair flutters in the moonlight as she disappears into the darkness of night. The kitten meows after her, but she doesn't turn back. Moments later, she's gone. It was all so sudden, I had no time to react. All I could do was watch her go. Meanwhile, the memory of our conversation floats through my head. I want to help her come to terms with her reality. And I think that's the best thing we can do for her. Aoi's gaze wanders into the distance as she takes off her cat ears. But this isn't her usual absent-minded gaze. Instead, she seems to be searching desperately for something she can't quite track down. You alright? Well, I imagine it means she'll stop being friends with you or maybe stop talking to you at all.
友達をやめるの？みゆきは葵が嫌いなの？
No, she doesn't hate
で
you.
も絶交って。
Knowing her, she just snapped and lashed out a little harder than she meant to.
ブルー。
Aoi fell silent, but her emotional reaction is noticeably different compared to the time she attempted to blackmail us with that photo. I have to do something. We could keep the kitten at my place. It's a big house and my parents aren't around. Turns out living alone has its perks.
学校にいるときは家に人いないの。心配なの。
Yeah, fair point. Admittedly, I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving such a small kitten to fend for itself for hours at a time.
はい。
Aoi quietly raises her hand.
葵、みゆきの友達なの。絶交嫌なの。だから飼えないの。
Oh my gosh. I remember what Miyuki said on our way home the other day. She admitted that she saw her old self in Aoi. And if this were any regular classmate, she would never have threatened to cut ties. She wouldn't have risked making waves. She would have just smiled and played nice no matter what. And yet, when it came to Aoi, Miyuki didn't play nice. You sure? As the kitten rubs against her leg, Aoi gently scoops it up and puts it back into the cardboard box.
ごめん、エル。
She pets the kitten sadly.
いい人に拾われるの。そっちの方がだからきっと。
She continues to pet the kitten over and over. Evidently, she can't quite bring herself to leave. Aoi?
大丈夫なの。エル。バイバイなの。
With that, Aoi finally stands up and turns back, and sure enough...
ルル。
Yeah, not surprised. Reflexively, I reach out and stroke her
変
hair.
なの。嬉しくないのに涙。
Well, it can't all be happy tears, you know. Back in the classroom, Aoi never used to show any emotion whatsoever. But once we made friends with her, she learned to smile, and she learned to cry. Sometimes you cry when you're sad, too. But this isn't a bad thing. She's changing for the better. I'm sure of it. Oh. Finally. We were able to, you know, not go through a bunch of bullcrap. But then I start thinking, what if Aoi was alone? What if we weren't there for her? What if Miyuki hadn't been around to scold her? Obviously, Aoi would have adopted the kitten. She would have tried and failed to sneak the kitten into the manga cafe, then the manager would have thrown her out, and then she would have spent the night on the streets. I can picture it all as clear as day. Aoi wouldn't have had anyone to turn to, and the kitten would have frozen to death out in the cold. God, are you out there? To Aoi, God has to exist. It's the only way she can feel validated in the way she chooses to live her life. After all, a just God would surely show favor to good people who do good things. God really did have a cell phone. If he really was just one quick phone call away, would he answer her prayers? Is he waiting out there somewhere beyond the sky? Wait, the sky? Oh crap, it's raining. Dude, it's pouring hard. God damn. The night's getting pretty chilly in the fall. One measly cardboard box isn't enough to stay warm. That kitten's gotta be freezing out there, helpless and confused, calling out for a mother that will never return. Even I'm not heartless enough to turn a blind eye to it, and the second Aoi puts two and two together, I just know she's gonna run right over there. I find the cardboard box wilting in the rain. I open it and hesitantly peer inside. Kitten is gone. Wait, what? Hopefully it just means someone else came along and adopted the poor thing, but... should I swing by the manga cafe just in case? Just then, my thoughts are interrupted by my ringtone. Hello? What? You are? Of course, Miyuki must be looking for Aoi, too. That's kind of reassuring, actually. She must have reached the same conclusion I did. Where's Aoi? I knew it. I'm at the cardboard box. The cat's gone. Hey, come on, don't get mad at her for this. Nobody in their right mind would leave a kitten to die out here in the rain. Just stop shouting, okay? Take a breath. To be fair, Aoi's hardly a child. She could probably look after herself and a kitten, assuming she... Yeah, no. Then I remember the sight of her standing absently outside the school gates, no umbrella waiting for Miyuki in the pouring rain. Although, to be fair, that was, like, before everything happened and went down, so... But where do we look? Her parents' house, maybe. The implication is clear, and I can't deny it. Where else might Aoi go? Yeah, that's a thought. The first place I can think of is the top of the school roof up over the stairs. There's no way Aoi would want to be outside right now, not with the kitten in tow. In which case, what does that leave us with? Where else would she go? It's no use. I can't think of anywhere else. I don't know where to even start. I don't have the first clue. God, I'm so useless. Yeah. Oh, right. Miyuki snaps me back to reality. Aoi, the self-professed transceiver. Aoi, the girl with just one entry in her address book. The two of us are her only friends. And right now, we're the only ones who can help her. Miyuki, thank you for helping me look for her. Somehow I can picture her exact expression. I know her, and I know she likes being friends with Aoi. She would never actually end the friendship. She only threatened to cut ties because of how much she cares. Otherwise, there's no way she'd be out here in the dark in the pouring rain trying to check up on her. I dig through my memories. All the days we spent hanging out with Aoi, I know our friendship was the real deal. There has to be a clue in here somewhere. There just has to be. Oh, yeah, the visual novel. I gotta swing back to my place real fast. I think I have an idea. No clue, but it's gotta be better than searching at random. I hang up and hurry home. That mobile game Yutaro lent me, it has an almost identical stray cat scene. If she's acting out scenes from it, then maybe I need to play through more of the game to see where she goes next. As soon as my house comes into view, I find myself dashing up the walkway and through the front door. And then I bolt up the stairs to my room and grab the loaner phone that I had left on charge on my bed. I need to get to the next scene as quickly as possible, and patiently I hit the skip button. The text shoots past and fast forward. Wait. Right, now I'm skipping through the past to line up with the real world present day, but what if I read further? I mean, this is one of those... Yeah, which means the protagonist will probably hook up with the heroine in the end. So does that mean Aoi will try to act out that part in real life too? Whoa. Sudden sound effect catches me off guard. My hand slips and I accidentally deselect the skip button. Wait, is this coming? Alright. Yep. We have an idea. I don't blame her for being skeptical. Despite Aoi's fondness of the roof, I told myself there was no way she'd actually trespass onto school grounds at night. See, look. That's like the side door, isn't it? Someone's left the pedestrian gate hanging open. Yeah. Let's go. Sure enough, the front entrance doors have been left ajar as well. The school building is completely deserted. As we change into our indoor shoes, the slightest clack of our soles on the linoleum seems to reverberate like a gunshot. This way. Look down. There's a trail of water droplets leading into the opposite direction, toward the gym. Huh. Oh. Well, I'm honestly not sure how to explain it to her. The whole reason we're here is because there's a scene in the game where Sungwa Aoi takes cover in the gym. But I know Miyuki hates conflating video games with reality, and that makes it all the more complicated to explain. Miyuki sighs. She must have sensed my hesitation. Miyuki's voice echoes and fades into the darkness. The gym is pitch black. Normally, there wouldn't be a soul in here at this hour. I know you're in here, Aoi. Did you hear that?
聞こえたわ。そこにいるんでしょ？返事をちょうだい。
Silence.
なんで出てこないの？葵、出てきなさいって。
Miyuki shouts into the dark, but Aoi refuses to respond. Instead, all we hear is a muffled sob. She's crying.
葵、どうしたの？来ないで。来ちゃダメなの。なんでそんな泣いて。だって葵は忠告破ったの。忠告？みゆき、ダメなのは分かってるの。でも頭から離れなくて見捨てることできなかったの。助けなきゃって。だから石膏みゆきと友達じゃない。
Well, that was definitely the threat she made at the time.
それで出てこない？
Probably. She already chose you over the kid once before. Come on, Miyuki.
分かってるって。
Miyuki sighs in frustration.
撤回よ、撤回。撤回。絶好は間違い。私たちはまだ友達のままだって。撤回なの。
Aoi's wavering voice cuts through the
絶
darkness.
好しないの。なんでこの雨の中あなたを探しに来たと思ってるの？あなたが心配だからに決まってるでしょ。
Yeah, that's true.
本当なの？嘘なんてつかない。だって友達でしょ。
Yeah.
ありがとうなの。
Aoi dashes out from backstage.
お
Oh,
びや猫。
wearing her kitty onesie.
みゆき大好きなの。そう葵が喜んでくれて嬉しいわ。
I can hear a tiny squeak in Miyuki's voice as Aoi's flying tackle hug threatens to nearly send the both of them toppling to the floor. Wait, where's the kitten?
いるの。出るの。
As if on command, the kitten pops its head out from the onesie's chest pocket. Jeez, the cuteness level off the charts. They've got me grinning.
幸せ。みゆき。
Oh, there she goes. Miyuki falls to the floor, a dreamy smile on her face.
みゆき、ごめんなの。エルも謝るの。ストップ。わかった。わかったからストップ。それ以上は近づかないで。悲劇がまた繰り返されるから。でもエル、俺に抱きつきたいって。抱きつきですって。仕方ないわね。
What happened to avoiding a repeat of last
理
time?
解されるものなのよ。シーチ、マスクは？
Why would I?
どうして？
Don't snap at me. When it comes to cats, I swear this girl stops thinking straight. And, Aoi, don't encourage her. Why are you even wearing that?
濡れたの。
What happened to that umbrella I gave you?
あ、
She completely forgot about it, didn't she? Somehow, I'm not surprised. Has it lit up out there? When we arrive at the front entrance, I notice it looks distinctly less rainy outside. Maybe we should head home now while we can.
はい。み ゆきがいないの。
Wait, what? I look around. Sure enough, I can't see her anywhere near the shoe lockers. Did she seriously go wandering off into the school building at night alone? Okay. What was that sound?
あら、驚かしちゃった？
Miyuki turns up from the direction of the hallway, smirking. Looks like she's holding something.
コーンポタージュ？まだ寒いでしょ？これで体温めなさい。葵に？そうよ、仲直りの印。ありがとうなの。いただきます。あったかいの。ポカポカなの。
Aoi smiles contentedly.
そうなの。
Aoi, where are you going?
はい。葵からも仲直りの印なの。
Oh, what?
ヤバ友。
Yeah, buddies. Just take it, Miyuki.
いやでもやっぱり嫌いなの？そんなわけないでしょ。葵の気持ちだものね。いただくわ。
She glares down at the newly opened can of tomato
い
juice.
ただきます。あれ？美味しい？
For real?
思ってたよりずっと。当然なの。気持ち詰まってるの。そうかもしれないわね。
Miyuki and Aoi share a grin. I'm actually starting to feel kind of left out over here.
そういえばお腹減ってるんじゃない？
Yeah, I'm starved after all the running around we did. Oh, you meant for the cat. Right, it is still a kitten after all. Should we get it some milk? Oh, but catnip's probably closed at this time of night.
コンビニ？
Wait, are kittens even allowed to drink the same milk as humans?
大丈夫よ。低温殺菌牛乳だと子猫でも飲めるわ。
Oh, really?
家に帰ってからネットで調べたの。みゆき、本当は猫飼いたいの？別にそういうわけじゃないけど。
I can't imagine any other reason why you'd research that kind of thing, but whatever. Okay, now where's the closest corner store?
ルル？新一来ないの？
About that.
あけぼのくんの家だものね。あけぼの、ゆうたろう。
See, Utaro's parents run a convenience store. Utaro often ends up working the register after school. If he happens to catch the three of us walking in together this late at night, well, let's just say things won't end very well. I'll go in by myself. You two wait here, okay?
無理。ルル？悪いけど、プレッシャーに耐える自信がないわ。
She has a point. If I leave these two alone together, Miyuki will probably go all cat crazy again. By the time I got back, she'd probably be all congested from her allergies and... Actually, that sounds kinda cute.
はい。葵、行ってくるの。
By yourself?
一人でなの。
Okay. Do you remember which one to get?
低温殺菌牛乳。間違わないようにね。はい。
With that, she darts into the store.
ちゃんと買えるかしら。
I'm not too
子
confident.
猫を持ち込むのよ。
And she's still wearing that onesie.
私が行けばよかったんじゃない？
But she said she wanted to do it, so... An awkward silence lingers. Did we leave us alone together on purpose? Oh, what a freak. Faintly I can hear cars passing in the distance. Somehow the sound of tires on tarmac is always a little different just after the rain. Another customer heads inside. A chime plays as the automatic doors slide open. You know, I gotta admit, Aoi might have adopted that cat purely on a whim, but I think she's just doing what she thinks is right.
それが人を苦しめるのよ。
Well, sure, maybe she can't tell reality from video games and her lack of forethought is cause for concern. But honestly, I can't say I dislike that about her. Sorry, didn't mean to go off on that stupid tangent.
別に変じゃないと思うけど。
Miyuki falls silent as if in thought. I fall silent too. The smell of rain lingers in the city air. Stars twinkle in the clear westerly sky.
私も自分の正しさを貫いたらどうする？
What do you mean?
ね。
Yeah?
だから私の本当の気持ちを
God.
し
Huh? Oh. We turn to find Aoi standing there, shopping bag in hand, blatantly spying on us. Guess you managed to buy it, huh?
そうなの。そうよくやったわね。それじゃあ早速行きましょう。
Miyuki speeds off like she's eager to get out of here. I hastily follow suit.
二人きり作戦失敗なの？ミャオ。
I knew it, she planned this. Aoi gently presses the tip of the feeding syringe to Eru's mouth.
美味しそうなの。
Yeah, no kidding. Little thing must be starving. Eru latches onto the tip of the syringe. We couldn't find any place selling baby bottles, but at least this thing seems to do the trick just fine. Oh yeah, so was Yutaro working the register?
なかったの。
Oh.
でもうちきっ
Oh
こ
god,
店
this
員さ
horror.
んいたの。
What klutz?
演劇部の。
Oh right, the girl who screams and runs away whenever she sees me. What a way to remember somebody. Chick's practically afraid of her own shadow. How could she hold down a customer service job?
声かけたの。びっくり。
Yeah, imagine that.
後ろ飛んだの。棚にぶつかるの。商品バラバラなの。
Not even surprised. Sounds about right. Good thing I didn't go in there. She would have run off again.
そっちの方がフラグ？青いフラグクラッ
Flag
シャー
crusher.
なの？
Oh god. How should I know? I don't even know what a flag is. Hmm? Just suddenly hear a noise behind me and turn to look. Oh crap.
みゆきどうしたの？
She's probably fine. Probably. I think she's just pressed her face right up against the glass door.
本当な
Oh my
の？
god. Mostly. Seriously, she looks like she belongs on the set of a B-list horror movie. It's not pretty. More importantly, there's a look in her eye that says, "Get over here!" So I'd better not leave her hanging. Anyway, I'll be right back.
気をつけるの。
I mean, she's not actually a monster from a B-list horror movie, right? What's your problem?
ずるい。二人で独占なんてするよ。
What else are we supposed to do? Let you die of allergies.
楽しそう。
Look, we're not trying to rub it in or anything. Out of nowhere, her hand suddenly touches mine. I start to panic. Then Miyuki leans away, and I realize her cell phone is now sitting atop my palm.
取ってきて。近くで。かわいいの。お願いします。みゆき、どうしたの？
I have been tasked with a holy mission.
する？
She asked me to take pics of Eru on her phone.
みゆき、猫好きなの。
Yep, I aim Miyuki's phone at the kitten. Right now, he seems to be pretty focused on that tasty milk. I sure hope he won't be scared of me or the camera. As the shutter sound effect plays, I brace myself. But it doesn't spook Eru at all. In fact, the camera seems to have caught his attention and he leans in curiously. Turns out I was worried for nothing. Looks like we got ourselves the next top model for Feline Weekly over here.
電波猫なの。
What? Oh, yeah? And how does that work? I mean, sure, the little tuft of white fur on his forehead does kind of look like a lightning bolt, but...
見えない電波で気持ち伝わるの。
Huh. Give me a break. Wait, what the? Where's Eru? What?
ルル、
After finishing his dinner, Eru toddles off, entirely unprompted, in the direction of the glass door. Miyuki's curling herself too. No way. There, Eru and Miyuki faced off with only a single pane of glass between them. Miyuki's face is still contorted beyond the recognizable trappings of humanity. The kitten looks up at her, tilts his head. Oh my god. Talk about insanely smart.
みゆき、ガラス飛び越えてアレルギーなの？
Good one. Nah, those are just happy tears for things.
嬉し涙。知ってる。
I'm happy for you, Miyuki. I know, look at that. That's a life hack for you right there. What do you think?
ありがとう。
Miyuki checks over the kitten pictures and puts her phone away. Were you always this much of a cat
近
fanatic?
づけないからこそ思いが募るの。
Man, you should see the faces whenever you go all cat crazy. You look like a cross between it.
あれは忘れて。
Fine, fine. Sorry, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to forget that
ぐっ
monstrosity.
すり眠ってるわね。まるで本物の親子だわ。
Following her lead, I peer into the living room from beyond the glass door. Aoi is curled up on the couch in her kitty onesie, holding Eru in her arms, snoring away.
今回は私が間違ってたのかもね。
Yeah, maybe. No amount of logic or reason could possibly hold a candle to that contented little smile.
なんか変な感じ。ずっと彼女のやり方が好きになれなくて、絶対に直してやろうって息巻いてたのに、逆にやり込められちゃって。でもいっそすがすがしいっていうか、吹っ切れちゃった。
She's completely right. Taking care of a kitten won't be easy, but I know we'd have regretted it otherwise. In the end, sometimes it's important to just be true to your own desires. Alright, I guess we should call tonight here and...
待って。
Oh crap, what do we got? What do we got going on here? What, you want me to take some more pics?
そうじゃなくて。
You want to crash here for the night? I don't think it's gonna be a good idea, though.
違うの。今伝えたくて。
What the... Okay. Miyuki.
私吹っ切れた。
Okay. Miyuki pulls me close until neither of us can see Aoi. Her body is turned towards me, and yet her face is turned away. We're too close. Way too close. Time slows to a crawl.
キスして。
Ah, I see. Oh god. Ever since Miyuki told me about the climax of the play. My guy. Is this all I dreamed too? If so, I need to wake up fast. Wow, that was random.
ない。
It's not random. Oh, look at that. I can't let myself fall in love with her. And if a kiss, I definitely will. Which means I know what I have to do. I know I need to get out of here, but my heart won't let me. I can feel it pounding in my chest. My heart wants this kiss to happen.
初めてのキスが舞台の上って怖くて。だから練習しておきたいの。だ
Practice.
から慣れておきたいっていうか。
Taken not making away with you? Hell no. Go practice with your acting partner. This isn't my
関
problem.
係ない。
What? It's not.
いつでも相談に乗るって言った。だから勇気を出して言ったのに。なのに。
To be your practice partner.
うん。そうは言ったけど。でも。
What am I, your guinea pig?
違う。それは誤解で。
Then why the heck would you say that to me? Do you have any idea how I feel spending all this time with you? Oh, yeah. The glass door slides open and Aoi jumps in between us.
二人とも喧嘩をしたらダメなの。葵？せっかく三人で仲良くなれたのに喧嘩なんてそんなの。いや。
What the? Aoi. Aoi's body topples sideways and I quickly catch her in my arms. Her eyes wander unfocused. What's wrong? You feeling sick?
葵、電池切れたの。
Oh, what the heck? Battery is dying, I see. Aoi. The second we walk outside, Aoi loses her balance. Acting quickly, I pull her arm over my shoulder to keep her upright.
私も一緒に送る。
Not today. Sorry. See you tomorrow.
みゆき、バイバイなの。
I walk off with Aoi, leaving Miyuki standing there in silence. With one arm around my shoulder, Aoi hobbles down the street in her nearly dried uniform. You sure you want to go back to the manga cafe? You could always stay a couple nights at my place, you know?
それは危険なフラグな
A
の。
risky event flag. Okay, what about the hospital?
葵、電池不足なの。病院、無駄なの。
Then at least let me call you a taxi.
大丈夫なの。
I swear, when she puts her mind to something, she refuses to be swayed. Thankfully, she doesn't seem to be running a fever, so it probably isn't serious, but if she gives me another heart attack like that, I'm definitely calling a taxi.
新一、
What's up?
どうして葵と友達になったの？
Oh, well, I dimly retrace my memories back to that day I first exchanged email addresses with Aoi. That was the day we officially became friends. Then she took a photo of me and Miyuki together, and I didn't want you to spread that photo
そ
around.
れで友達に？
No, why is this, why does our character have to have a brick for a head, I swear? Well, I mean, I had to do something, right?
でも新一、面倒ごと嫌いなの。
She's not wrong. Muko Aoi is easily the most annoying girl in our class. Even just holding a conversation with her is exhausting. And yet, I went and did it anyway. I guess you reminded me of Miyuki. When we were little, Miyuki had trouble fitting in too. She was a loner just like you.
みゆき、そっか。新一はみゆきを助けたかった。ルル。
Huh? One minute she's staggering along on her own 2 feet, and the next she collapses to the ground. You okay?
大丈夫なの。
Hold on a sec. I pull up my phone to call a
い
cab.
らないの。ここでお別れなの。
I'm not just gonna leave you
いい
here.
の。
Aoi speaks softly, her gaze distance.
非攻略ヒロインはフェードアウトなの。
No.
だから葵のことすぐ忘れるの。葵をここに置いていったことも。
Over my dead body. Sighing, I crouch down at the side of the road. Hop
ル
on.
ル
I'll carry you.
おんぶ。
Well, you won't let me call you a taxi. Besides, it'll be faster to just walk there, not hop. Now hop on.
でも葵は
I said hop on. I mean, what else are friends for?
友達。
Tomodachi.
うん。
Aoi climbs on my back and we set off under the moonlight. She's so soft and warm and small. Wow, you weigh like nothing almost. Are you making sure to eat?
ヤバトマ飲んでるの。
You need something with more calories. You're gonna fade away to nothing at this
気
rate.
持ちは詰まってるの。
Love?
葵は毎日楽しかったの。忘れていた感覚を取り戻したの。それは新一のおかげなの。新一好きなの。好き。大好きなの。新一顔赤いの。恋人みたいなの？
No.
嬉しい。葵、嬉しいの。お友達でよかったの。もしかしたら葵ルートでも今は違うの。みゆきルートなの。
What? I told you stop talking like we're in a vid.
新一は寝取られないの。
Excuse me?
葵は世界をアップデートしたから。
Up there on the top of the roof, at the center of the world, Aoi updated the universe. But that was just her acting out a scene from the game, right?
新一、
Something
みゆ
more.
きの王子様になるの。
Her prince? I can't believe what I'm hearing. Of all the words that could be used to describe me, Prince isn't one of them. You got that right. Step by step, we walk slowly through the dusky town until we arrive at the manga cafe.
Shinichi, arigatou nano.
Aoi hops off my back. You sure you don't need to go to the hospital?
Biribiri, juden.
What?
Event CG no okage nano.
CG. Gosh. What CG is she talking about? The good news is she doesn't seem as dizzy as she was back outside my house. Get plenty of rest, you hear me? I'll look after Eru.
Onegai suru no.
Aoi waves to me.
Bye bye nano.
Have a good night. With that, she slowly disappears into the cafe. I watch her go until the elevator's doors close. Thinking back, this has been one heck of a day. I still got some stuff to process myself, but hey there, little buddy. Wanna sleep in my bed? Eru and I slide under the covers. I can feel the exhaustion weighing down every inch of my body. I'm too tired to think right now, and yet somehow sleep evades me. You and me and her. I'm so sleepy. I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. No surprise there. Eru looks up and meows inquisitively at me. No, it's not your fault. Wait, that's right. We gotta have breakfast. Oh yeah, that's right. Drink up, furball. With the Eru cradled in one arm, I use my free hand to tilt that syringe. Now then, what next? What next indeed? Morning. Oh, what do we got today? Stop shouting. Perhaps, maybe perhaps. Not in the least. Don't ignore me. Oh. Hey, something normal for once. Really? Well, that's good. Now we can have more healthy romantic outlets. What, aren't you happy for him? There's just gotta be something, huh? What the heck? He was your brother. And there's a reason that doesn't happen every day, my friend. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. See what? See, no. Do not enter. No can do. Find a different god. Oh my god. What do you want? Normally Miyuki's all smiles whenever she walks into the classroom, but today her expression is stony. And she just spoke to me, the ultimate nobody. All at once the whole room goes weirdly quiet. What? And go where? Unwillingly to take no for an answer, Miyuki starts to drag me forcefully away. I reluctantly follow her out of the room, trying to ignore all the curious looks we're getting. Terribly into song. The whole class is going to spread rumors about me for sure. This is the Vince. Holy crap. I'm starting, you know. Hey, that hurts. Quit pulling so hard. It's dead quiet here in the old gymnasium. Evidently, there's no first period gym class today. Miyuki drags me all the way to the center of the baseball court. So, what do you want? I have a feeling I know. We're all alone by the stage. Miyuki glares deeply into my eyes.
キスキスキス
Freaking voices in my head again, man.
新一葵のことまだ何か隠してるでしょ
That's something. Me? Hiding something? Nah. Who would be hiding something? Not me. Okay, so this is about the incident from last night, I take it?
あの日
Yep, there it is.
雨降りの中ここで葵を見つけたあの日手がかりがあるって言ってたわよね家で何をしてたの
Oh, right. If I tell her I was looking for clues in a video game, she's gonna kick my butt.
教えなさい
I went back to play a video game.
ゲーム
I was acting out scenes from a mobile game. She's been doing it ever since we first met.
そのゲームで
Yes,
現実を予想した
that's quite right. I wasn't actually expecting her to be in here. I guess she's just really dedicated to the game script. Miyuki's let set a heavy sigh.
あの後猫を拾ったわよね
Yeah, you know, when we found Eru, I swear it was almost like a one-to-one reproduction.
幸い猫耳も用意できるでも肝心の子猫はどうしたの
Huh?
だから捨て猫エル
Oh, well, I was worried about leaving the little thing all by itself in my house, so I brought him to school. I'm letting him hang out up on the roof for now, and...
そうじゃなくて
Oh.
どうして都合よく捨て猫を見つけられたのゲームのシーンを再現するためわざわざ保健所からもらってきたっていうの
Oh, well, she has a point. I can't imagine Aoi would go quite that far. Maybe it was a
そんな
coincidence.
偶然ありえると思う
Maybe God answered her prayers. Oh man, Miyuki, she looks like she's about to become Detective Miyuki. She's about to freaking start fighting them clues, man. Miyuki, wait, where are you?
相対確かめなきゃならないことがあるの後でまた連絡するわ
When is later? The heck is her deal? Sorry I'm late. By the time I get back, first period's already started. I apologize to the teacher and return to my desk. Hmm? I'm smiling. Did she shoot you down? She did, didn't she? Huh. I sigh and crumple the note into a ball. When I look up... Oh. Aoi's desk is empty. Is she still feeling sick from yesterday? Guess so. Disgusting. The empty can clinks as I sit it on the ground. It's been a while since the last time I ate lunch alone up here. Croquettes and yakisoba sub, the delicious taste of garbage. Days like these make me realize how much I've been taking Miyuki's home cooking for granted. I'd vaguely hoped those days would last forever, but our friendship is all screwed up now. Ever since that day, the day she confessed her love to me right here on the roof beneath the setting sun, that was the moment it all began. She'd meant every word of it. She'd kept those feelings locked away in her heart all this time. Somewhere deep down, I knew, and yet I let myself get close to her anyway, even though I knew it would only end in misery. Just then, my pocket vibrates. I quickly whip my phone out, even though I know there's no chance Aoi's phone has service. The email is from Miyuki. Okay. I need to talk to you. Please come by the batting cages tonight. It's important. Those freaking voices in my head. The night of the play. All those late nights of rehearsal paid off. Miyuki practically dances across the stage, bat in hand, flaunting her skills. Her stunning talent makes her more than worthy of the lead role. All eyes are glued to her. She barely needs to lift a finger, and the audience laughs, cries, and gasps right along with her. With Miyuki in the spotlight, the tension builds, drawing the entire auditorium into a magnetic pull. Then, at last, the climactic moment. Okay, Miyuki swings her bat and hits a home run. The crowd roars in delight. With all her troubles safely behind her, she embraces the romantic lead. Their lips draw close, but I know the truth, just as she's about to sacrifice her first kiss in order to make the play a roaring success. She'll be trembling in fear. Hold it!
その声新一嘘今演劇の途中
Who cares? Come on. Sorry for ruining the play, but I'm done lying about how I feel. And then he wakes up. God, I'm so full of myself. Pathetic. I curse myself for my stupid fantasy. I would ruin the whole play. I just caused trouble for Miyuki with my selfish desire to keep her from kissing any other guys. I'll be the dead weight that keeps her dragged down. After all, I'm just a nobody. I'm not some Prince Charming who can wake her with a kiss. Sorry, I already have plans.
Oh, soga.
See ya. God, that was so cold. As soon as class lets out, I grab my things and jump to my feet. Aoi still hasn't been back to school. Did I make the wrong choice last night? No more making wrong choices, man. I retrieve Ada from the roof, then head to the manga cafe. When I ask about Aoi, the employees instantly know exactly who I mean. They tell me she left the cafe early this morning and hasn't been back. According to them, she didn't look particularly sick. So why hasn't she been coming to school? Did she go back to her parents' house? Or is something else going on here? No amount of theorizing is going to help me find the answer. I just don't know enough about her, simple as that. Back at home, after I feed Ada dinner, I finally have time to catch my breath. I glance at the clock. It's nearly sundown. Miyuki never specified a meetup time beyond tonight, but she probably meant whenever it gets dark outside. I need to talk to you. I keep reading her emails over and over again. I may be dense, but I'm not that dense. I have a pretty good idea of exactly what she wants to talk about. The problem is, it'll mean upending our entire existing friendship. The minutes tick by. Is she waiting for me at the batting cages by now? I can picture her standing there alone, swinging her bat in silence. The mental image is enough to make me antsy. We should stay friends. That's what I've told myself all this time. And yet, I know, but what if... Crap. A chill runs down my spine. My body refuses to move. Maybe it's a door-to-door salesman or street fundraiser, in which case they'll probably give up after one try. However... The doorbell keeps ringing. It resounds inside my head, unending. Before I've made up my mind, I'm already on my feet. As I approach the front door, however, I freeze. Maybe they'll leave after that last attempt. I start to reconsider. Huh? Is it over? I hold my breath and scan for any signs of life. Huh? Oh, it's Muko. Aoi. Hastily, I run to the front door and open it. What? Aoi tumbles over the threshold into my house, white as a sheet. What? Oh, she lost her phone. She collapses onto the couch. Her voice is little more than a tiny, feeble whisper. What? What? Don't worry, it's gonna be alright. Just calm down, okay? What? With a little affection from her transceiver cat, Aoi seems to regain her composure. You just dropped it somewhere, yeah? I'll help you look for it. Trust me, we'll find it in no time. Well, yeah. Of course, would I lie to you? The thing is, I have plans tonight. Can it wait until after? For some reason, I can't bring myself to admit that I'm meeting up with Miyuki. I'll wrap it up real fast, then come straight back in. Aoi clings to my sleeve. What the heck? I'm getting fuzzes. Aoi. Out of nowhere, I suddenly have a flashback of Miyuki as a kid. Of the old her back when she didn't fit in. Back when I was all she had. All at once it clicks. I have no special talent. I suck at schoolwork and I suck at sports. I'm the ultimate nobody. I know this better than anyone. And yet, I wanted to help her anyway. I wanted to be able to hold my head up high knowing it was something I achieved all on my own. Maybe then, I could learn to accept myself for who I am. You won't disappear. I'm going to help you. Something's come up. Sorry, but I'll be a little late. I know I owe her a proper explanation, but I just don't have time. Now that the email's on its way, it's time to ask Aoi for more details. Where did you lose it? God actually calls you? Okay then, when was the last time you remember having it? What? When did you notice it was gone?
今日の朝なの。漫画喫茶、バッティングセンター、道、ずっと探したの。
That explains why she wasn't at school today.
あとはこの家だけなの。
That makes sense considering she came over last night. She spent most of the time playing with Ada, so it's highly possible she dropped it somewhere else around here. Okay, let's retrace our steps. Last night, first we warmed up the milk. A certain memory drifts through the back of my mind. The moment Miyuki told me to kiss her. And right now, she's waiting for me. I'll worry about that later. Suppressing my emotions, I focus my energy on the search for Aoi's phone. It's nowhere to be found. So where the heck did it go? Is it even here, or is it lying in a ditch somewhere? Has someone else found it by now?
大丈夫なの。まだ探せるの。
But you're not feeling good, right? I think you should rest and...
探すの。探さないと。ダメなの。
I knew it. She hasn't recovered at all. But she refuses to heed my advice either. I guess my only option is to hurry up and find her phone. Wait, phone? Wait, but... If it's supposed to ring whenever she loses it, and it was here, obviously we'd hear it, right? I dashed up the stairs to my room. I still have the phone I borrowed from Yutaro, and that visual novel helped me track down Aoi's location a few days ago. At the time, I thought Aoi was just imitating what she played. But what if the game actually predicts events that will happen in real life? I know, I must sound like I have an awful case of gamer brain, but it's all I have to go on right now. It's at least worth a try. I power on the phone and load the game. My save file picks up back at the scene where Aoi's cradling a kitten in the gym. I promptly hit the skip button. The other scenes fly past and fast forward. On and on and on.
無駄なの。
I look back to find Aoi clutching the wall, desperate to keep herself
こ
upright.
の展開は分岐にないの。世界がバグったの。
Huh. Whoa, Aoi, you okay? My battery...
電
Okay.
池
Battery's dying.
切れそうなの。イベント CG 一枚じゃ
What the
足りない
heck?
の。
What are you babbling about? Hold on, I'll call an ambulance.
普通の病気違うの。電話がないとセーブもできないの。神様に
Oh my
見
gosh.
放さ
The
れて
heck?
だ
Dude,
から
this is like making me feel weird. What the heck?
おしまい。
It's not over. If your god won't help you, then I will. You don't get to decide when it's all over. I mean, what are friends for?
友達
Tomodachi.
友達なの。
Damn right. Aoi stares at the ground for a while and murmurs inaudibly to herself like she's savoring the concept. Then she looks up directly into my eyes.
寒いの。
Dude, no. No. No, 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 no. No freaking way. Oh, right, we should wipe the sweat off your face. Be right back. I can't keep turning a blind eye to her condition. There's gotta be some way I can get her to a doctor. But I'm gonna need help. Times like these, there's only one person I know I can count on. Yutaro, huh? Sorry, but I'm in a bad spot right now. Aoi's not doing so great. I can't really explain, but I need your help. My place, is that cool? Thanks, I really owe you one. Just like that, Yutaro's agreed to help me, no questions asked. He can be downright obnoxious at times, but he always comes through when it matters most, and that's why I love him. So now that help is on the way, what next? Grab a washcloth and return to my room. I'm back. What? Immediately avert my gaze. Oh, what?
汗拭くの。お
Okay.
願いなの。
Okay. My eyes still averted, I walk up to her. I can hear her labored breathing, and I can feel my gaze being pulled in like a magnet. Fighting the impulse to look, I gently extend the washcloth. Okay, here I go. What? Huh? Did you say something? Huh? I can hear desperation in her voice. Quietly, I do as she requests. Her shoulders are shaking, and I can see the sole of her okay.
But why?
Huh. Oh, boy. Here we go. By the way, let me just pull the mic in. I can't show any of this. Wait. Awie's battery is dying. Not enough Zappy. Aoi was made to collect event CGs. Without them, Awie's battery will die. And then Aoi will disappear forever. 2 words come to mind, gamer and brain. But I shake the thought away. Aoi's feelings are real, and she's suffering. Aoi doesn't want to disappear. Not after meeting you. Please don't take these memories away from me. We don't have to be more than friends. Please just recharge me with your Zappy. Okay. Remember what I said in the first episode? No Zappy. Alright, well, looks like the Zappy is finally getting zapped, huh? Your god isn't real, Aoi. All that stuff about batteries and transmissions, it's just your made-up fantasy. Video games are not the same as real life. You're just deluded. If only I could have told her that. Tears roll down her cheeks, freezing me in place. The look in her eyes pierces me to the core. I can't bring myself to pull away. Just then the doorbell rings and the two of us freeze like deer in deadlight. Sorry, looks like we have a visitor. And we can imagine who that could be. Yeah, we called Yutaro over. Oh my gosh, I don't know why, but I just imagine Yutaro's reaction. I called Yutaro over. The two of us are going to help you, okay? Here, put this on. And I know it's too big for you, but it'll have to do. Be sure to put it on before I get back, okay? Can you promise me? Swear it, okay? Hand her one of my old teas and promptly leave the room. Whew. As I head down the stairs, I sigh in relief. Try to will myself to calm down, but my heart is still pounding like crazy. Saved by the bell, literally. Thank God I thought to call him. He got here a lot faster than I was expecting, too. Friendship is such a beautiful thing. Huh? Why? Her baseball bat clatters to the ground. That's a fair question. No, that's not it. Oh gosh. Huh? I looked down at the pair of shoes lying in the entryway. Oh my gosh, this is a situation. Those are Aoi's. Yes, but no. But yes. No, Okay, you make it sound so bad, but, okay, well, actually, it's not what it looks like. Okay, wait. Wait, hey, I said wait. You. Ada tries to rub against Mika's leg, but she shows no sign of interest. Instead, she continues to search my living room. I'm not going to be able to talk her down from this. So instead, I resolve to tell her the truth. Miyuki, just hear me out, I can explain. You know how important her phone is to her? Well, the thing is, it's gone missing. She was freaking out, saying she'll lose her memories without it, so I've been helping her look. I mean, not really, but... Well, she isn't feeling well. After searching the living room with no luck, she promptly heads for the stairs. Hey! Oh crap, she's heading to my room. Oh, I might still be in the middle of getting dressed. Miyuki, will you please just slow down? I chase after her up to the second floor. find her standing silently at the entrance to my room, perfectly still. Is she holding back her rage, or... What? Hesitantly, I peer past her into my room. It's empty. Aoi's gone. Did she disappear? Huh.
Aoi wa doko?
Hey, don't look at me here, alright? I have no clue. I don't know.
さて
Maybe she left to go look for her phone.
あの靴は
She was really out of it. She probably put mine on by mistake when she left.
ふん
Miyuki doesn't sound the least bit convinced. Even I know it's a crappy cover story. I just don't want things to get any worse.
それじゃあこれはいらないわね
Bro, what? What? Why would you do that? Aoi gasps audible from under the bed. My stomach turns to ice. But Miyuki carries on.
やっぱりこれ葵のよね
Where did you find it?
バッティングセンターの前に落ちてたわざわざ届けに来たんだけどいないなら持って帰ろうかしらそんな
Oh, gosh. I'll hold on to it for her. I raise my voice up a notch to drown out Aoi's whisper. She'll probably be back for her shoes sooner or later anyway.
ふんそれじゃあお願いしようかなはいこれ
Thank you.
あごめんなさい落としちゃった
Did that on purpose. The phone tumbles to the ground, such across the floor. You did that on purpose, yeah, a little.
ここかな
Are you under here? I wonder. Hello. Miyuki slowly lowers herself to the floor. Wait, Miyuki, I'll get it.
何そんな青い顔してもしかしてエッチな本でも隠してる
Miyuki smiles, doesn't reach her eyes. I silently scream at her to stop, but my prayers fall on deaf ears. She reaches all the way under the bed and falls still.
捕まえた
Miyuki drags Aoi out from under the bed. Oh, crap, that's not good. My god, she's still thinking.
Oh.
Listen, I can explain. Stop. Miyuki draws back her hand and I seize her by the arm.
何よ話してよ
Please, let's just stay calm.
落ち着けるわけないでしょこんなの
Thrashing against my grip, she rounds at Aoi.
あなた私の味方だったんじゃないの二人がなのになんで新一に手を出して
I'm telling you, you've got the wrong idea.
うるさい私よりも葵が大事だったんでしょ私は確かにあなたを傷つけたかもしれない練習台なんて言って悪かったと思ってるでもだからってこんな仕打ちひどすぎるわよはい
Okay. Aoi raises her hand to speak for the first time since the fight started. Her expression is so blank it sends a chill down my spine.
新一を誘ったのは葵は電波なの噂通り淫乱なの新一とエッチしようとしたの
Miyuki. Miyuki tries once more to raise her hand against Aoi, but I narrowly hold her back.
話してよ
Just stop. And you, Aoi, where did all that come
電
from?
話手に入ったのだからデータをロードするの葵は消えるのもう会うことないの
Aoi, what are you?
バイバイ
Aoi walks out of the room and vanishes from sight. I chase after her. Aoi,
あ
wait.
なたは行かないで
Let go of me. She's not well.
いや
Too bad. No, let go, damn it.
話さない
She spins me around to face
練
her.
習台なんてただの言い訳なの
I can't
や
escape.
っと伝える覚悟が決まったの
I can't fight it.
私の気持ち
I'm scared.
本当の気持ち
Don't.
新一聞いて
Stop.
私は
Don't finish that sentence.
あなたが好きなの。
I exhale. My knees are weak. My mind is blank. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want her to say it. We both know it's forbidden. An unspoken agreement. What she just said will destroy everything.
私はあなたにキスして欲しかったの。ただそれだけなの。ずっと言いたくて言えなかったの。好きなの。私はあなたがだから。しんいち。
Slowly, Miyuki's lips draw near. Her lips. I've wanted to kiss him so badly I've been seeing it in my dreams. We're only inches apart now. I can feel rapid, shallow breaths against my skin. I smell the faintest hint of her perfume. So I get a phone call. My phone's ringing. God, it's Utaro. He's probably calling about Aoi. I'm trash for using Aoi as my excuse, I know that. But it's the only choice I have.
私より
My dude. Why must your head literally be a brick? I hear your note pleading in her voice. Her eyes are swimming with tears. But I look away. And that is all the time I have for this episode because my camera is about to die. So thank you all so much for watching. If you did like the commentary and into the channel, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button down below. And be sure to hit that bell icon so that you always be notified by any video or live stream that I end up doing. I'll see you guys in the next video. And let me know what you guys are thinking about this series, because I think this game is amazing so far. So, again, see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.